Let's talk about it. Wait for some people to pull up. Gucci Man versus the streets. Let's talk about it. We got to talk about it, man. As much as a lot of y'all don't want to, I think we should. For real. We got to be clear. We got to be clear on a lot of things. A lot of things is unclear right now, man. We got to talk about it because the streets is saying one thing, the people saying another thing. We got to talk about it. We can't avoid this. We avoided this too long. Hope y'all all doing good. Share this live, subscribe, like. It's a grown page. If you want more of this type of content. All right, let's get one thing out the way. Um, when is when is enough is enough? You know what I'm saying? As a businessman, when do I when do I finally transition from being a street person to a full blown businessman? Is that when my bank account starts to grow? Is that when I decide to make personal choices as a man to just say like, I'm not a kid anymore. I'm not gonna adopt the same morals and policies that I used to when I had that younger point of view. When does it stop? Because apparently, according to the streets, the world, Gucci Man is a snitch because he decided to call the authorities on an artist of his who decided to book him. You know what I'm saying? For those who don't know, I'm allegedly robbery, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, he decided to book him, and because he decided to go to the authorities as a businessman and owner, the streets is like, yo, he's a snitch. After hearing years and years of his music, claiming that he won't snitch, we gotta characterize things. We can't just be leaving things in the open air for people to piece together on their own. It's just not gonna work that way. So what is snitching? As a businessman, if I have an employee that is doing something unjob worthy as far as I'm concerned because I'm the boss, um whether that's something that's done or done to me, and I decide to bring it to um I don't know. There is no HR, right? Because you own the company, so it's like your HR. So if you decide to bring it to a higher up because it's out of your hands legally, you feel me? Unless you are gonna participate illegally also as a businessman and continue, but you can't do that because you're a businessman. So who in the world expects a businessman to say, all right, well, I'm not gonna snitch on my employee who tried to rob me because I don't want to be a snitch. I think once you become a businessman, the idea of you thinking of yourself as a snitch should be long gone out of the window, whether you consider yourself to be a civilian or not. You are now a businessman, a business owner. You have a lot to lose. You cannot operate the same ways you used to. And unfortunately, because you are this successful businessman, you have to go through certain you have to go through certain parameters, I guess you can say, when things occur, because you can't afford to just throw everything away. I mean, everybody would wish this was the wild, wild west sometimes. You could just grab your gun and, make somebody pay for their actions. You feel me? Without you being, held accountable. But this ain't the wild, wild west. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't exist. So if you do something to someone you felt it was, or purposely you felt it was necessary, you know, the world we live in, you're gonna have to face your own repercussions as well. So that leads me to say, why in the hell would I do anything besides let the authorities know that one of my employees flipped the gate on me? Because if I don't do that, then I'm gonna kill that employee, and if I do that, then I'm losing everything I've worked for. I'm actually becoming my dignity, whatever the things that you lose during robbery as a man. I'm using those feelings to make me feel as if, okay, I gotta go and do something back to this person. And I'm a boss at that. I'm not just some fucking employee or some guy. Like, I'm a boss. On paper, I'm a boss. I have assets connected to me. Why would I do that? Because the streets say that? Because some fans who sat in their motherfucking rooms, excuse my language, but it's just so crazy when you think about it. Because some fans sat in their room growing up, listened to my songs of me in that mind state at the time because I was younger, obviously, where I said I wouldn't snitch. But I never said I wouldn't fucking snitch, excuse me again, on an employee that I hired that decides to rob me. What are we talking about here? Once you decide to say, all right, well, I'm going to rob my boss, which is me, then everything else goes out the window. Who can who, who can say anything to me? I run the show. And I think that's how he's taking it. I think Gucci is absolutely understanding that he did what he had to do as a boss. He runs the show and he could care less what niggas think. But see, that's niggas' problem. Niggas think. And there's nothing wrong with thinking. Don't get me wrong. But the wrong niggas be thinking. And what they think usually becomes the problem. And how. But yeah, again, if I'm an employee and I'm running a business, nothing's bigger than the business, nothing's bigger than the program. That means that if something happens to me, God forbid, the business still must go on. So why wouldn't I use everything I should in order to maintain my business? Oh, I'm not gonna call the cops because someone broke into my laundromat and they took the money we had inside of our laundromat. But hey, it's the ghetto. I don't want to get anybody in trouble. Let's not call the cops. We'll just make it again over time. No, this is not television. If you take something from somebody, whether you call them a snitch or not, and I don't think people even care about that shit these days. The new generation tells on everybody. Let's just keep it on. They tell on every fucking body. Everybody goes in there. Yeah, I'm not gonna, and they tell. You know what I'm saying? So this has been going on for a while, and none of those little niggas is business owners at that. They just running the streets wild. So as a business owner, and I'm gonna wrap this up. There's nothing wrong with doing the right thing. You know, people's opinions are being validated too much these days, and sometimes not even validated, but they just exist and they shouldn't exist. Before the internet, your opinion didn't exist. The average person, no one cared that Joey felt on his page on Thursday that a certain celebrity should have acted a certain. No one cared. But these days, people with voices have no faces, and people with no faces have voices, and it doesn't add up. Who cares? Well, one thing I will say, and I always say it, couldn't be me, man. Because respectfully, I could care less what the public believes or thinks. Who cares? If you don't care about me, as far as what I got going on, business wise, why should I even care about your opinion? And not to say that he cares, I think he doesn't. I don't think he gives two shits about what people think about this situation. But it's just interesting hearing people, give their own opinions on a situation like this, as well as me. Except I feel like my opinion makes sense versus the opinions I'm hearing is like, oh, he shouldn't have did nothing. Like, what are we talking about? So I'm supposed to take a loss because I already made bad judgment by hiring this fool, and then now collateral damage has occurred because of me hiring this fool. I gotta get things in order now, put things back, and I'm supposed to just take that on the hop. Like, hey, he didn't mean it, or I created this monster. No, no, this is not a television show. If you work at supermarkets and you get caught stealing out of the supermarket, they're gonna fucking fire you from the supermarket. Nobody's gonna say, "Well, he was hungry. We should just let him take that chicken, and we'll just forget about it, and yeah, we'll just hope he doesn't steal anything else out of the store." No, it doesn't work like that. So now the manager or the store owner is a snitch. The nigga who owns supermarkets, he is now a rat. My point exactly. We're all fucking rats, man. I mean, if you ever told your moms on your little brother, you're a fucking rat, I guess. Yeah, if you told a lie, I mean, come on, man. Y'all got to make things clear. These rules y'all got in play, y'all got to put these shits like in stone, man. Y'all got to write a constitution for these rules because these shits ain't making sense, and people got to be clear on these. Word up, word up. Um, I feel like that term only really exists in jail. I mean, in the streets as well, but not in everyday life. Everyday life, no one is thinking about me not telling, is upholding my stature of not being a snitch because I don't want people to think that. I don't think in the everyday world people care at all about that at all. Um, So it's just crazy to me, man. Like, what do the streets expect? What do the fans expect? Do they want you to stay 15 your whole entire life? Do they expect you not to grow as a man? And I think so. I think a lot of these people who feel this way about Gucci being a snitch, there are people who've been his fans for years, and they've bought into the facade of him being like this guy who's not like a normal person, because any normal person would have proceeded that way. You know what I'm saying? You make a couple of gangster songs and they fucking think you supposed to be caught robbing banks eventually. Like, in order for your songs or your image to be real. Like, if you rapping about street stuff, eventually people expect to see you caught in some street shit so they could validate their opinions on you. Like, yo, see, look, I told you he was a real street guy. Look, yeah, see? And that's crazy because I'm not proving that to anybody. And what the fuck is a street guy? I mean, we all born in the streets of the world. And the ghetto is not the toughest place. This is 2026. The ghetto is not the roughest fucking place anymore. You got people in other countries with no shoes. I seen a bunch of kids go to school on the side of a mountain. They climbed the side of a mountain, a rope ladder, just to get up to the top of the mountain to go to school somewhere in another country. That shit was crazy. And they like 5, 6 years old. No rope or nothing. They just fucking climbing up a rope ladder on the side of a mountain. The ghetto is not the toughest place anymore, people. It's not. No, this is not the 80s. This is not the 70s when we didn't have the internet. We didn't have the culture information. We thought we was going through hell and no one was going through hell like us. But apparently that's not true. You know? That's not true. So at the end of the day, y'all motherfuckers grow up, man. Real shit. That's all I really gotta say. That's the end of this shit. Grow up, man. You wanna stay young and, and stay dumb and shit and uphold morals and rules that was created when you had a lesser understanding of life, then you stick to that shit. And that's what you do. But don't stop people from trying to grow, man. And then the fans are fickle. You are some fickle fucking people, bro. I mean, this is the guy who literally killed somebody because somebody came to kill him. And you motherfuckers rooting, hollering the whole time. Oh yeah, yeah, Gucci clap that nigga. That's good. Yeah, nigga try to rob. He's the realest nigga in all of this. It's another thing. Niggas got these trophies, these invisible trophies. The realest nigga. So he's the realest nigga at one point, and then some years later, nigga grows up, come home from jail after forgot how many years, and you niggas still want niggas to throw their lives away for an invisible trophy. Invisible trophy. I'm gangster. I'm a real nigger. Okay, buddy. Okay. So y'all just grow up, man. Y'all can't complain about hip hop and the music when y'all the ones that y'all part of the problem. A lot of y'all part of the problem. Y'all like the messy shit. Y'all want the rich celebrity to go through hardship and find himself in jail and shit, so y'all can make more content and talk about y'all like shit like that, man. This shit has become a soap opera. Less rapping, a lot more talking and acting. This shit has become a soap opera. Never know what rapper and what you gonna hear next. Every week is a new episode of rap. Or rap. You can't even call this shit love and hip hop because ain't no love, ain't no hip hop either. This shit just straight This week in rap. Motherfuckers go to jail after they get rich or become celebrities. That's a whole nother conversation. I think a lot of you niggas is frauds. Or y'all niggas is crash dummies. Either one. I don't know if the label be telling y'all, yo, hey, you should probably go to jail for a while and, boost your aura. They like to buy and listen to music of people who just came home. And you niggas just was like, all right. Or you niggas is just dumb on your own. And you just literally finding yourself in situations like this after becoming successful. Which is hard to believe. It's hard to believe that. But yeah, I mean, that's shit is crazy, bro. Should the only time I'm going to jail after I done became rich or successful is if someone tried to do some shit to me and I had to do something to them, or I'm just full blown on some like I'm about to murder somebody. Other than that, I'm not. What the fuck am I going to jail for? After I done got out the hood or became successful. What am I doing? But yeah, man. I don't know. Niggas is entitled to their own thoughts, opinions, morals. I'm not here to change either. I'm just giving my opinion on the situation. And yeah, y'all niggas gotta grow up, man. On that note, man, I'm out, man. Fashion Geronimo, even your mama know.